Good evening, or should I say good afternoon. It's a cloudy day here in southwest Missouri, raining off and on. I want to touch up on three things that happened also this week, okay, in 7 days. Besides the other seven, I told you about him meeting a terrorist, a spy, a terrorist, a spy, a traitor, and a murderer, all in 1 week. Okay, also during that week, he told women to shut up. He called a woman a piggy. And he literally made excuses for a murderer that killed a reporter. Okay? And on top of that, he threatened 6 Democrats that had their life threatened, that had to get now 24-hour protection. Remember, that cost you people, you, American citizens, money. Protect them for no fucking reason other than that fat orange tub of shit opening his mouth. Now, I've been watching the protest in Washington, D.C., and I wish I could have been there today, and the veterans one that was yesterday. I really wish I could have been there. I would have liked to have been there. Show my support, but my health won't allow me to do that far. And if I had family up there, then I would have went. But I didn't have any family up in that area or any friends. I did have one, but I haven't been able to get contact her from the Army, and I wish I could have, because I believe she would be protesting too. But the protest good. Dropkick Murphys were there. Oh, excellent. I like their music. I wasn't much of a fan, but I really enjoy their music. They stand for something that you can get behind. Their songs have meaning to it. So I'm so angry. Like I said, I'm just so angry. I'm anxiety for this. Like I said, I have PTSD, and all this does is, because you have to understand, the same propaganda this man's putting out to the country and to you is the same propaganda they used against me when I was in, when they decided they didn't no longer need me, even though I was a good soldier. Okay, so this brings up a lot of bad memories for me. Okay, I get nightmares, but I haven't been sleeping, so when the nightmares don't come, thank God I haven't been having flashbacks, but I do have, I can run across things that, from my PTSD, that can make my chest get tight, things like that. And the uncertainty that's in this world right now, and I'm hopeful. I truly am now. He's going to lose. It's just a matter of when and how soon. He's going to die. He'll probably die in office. His health is not doing good, people. He is he's literally, he is a cancer on this country. That's the only way you can explain him. He's a cancer on this country, and he's a cancer on the world. And but to threaten 6 Americans that were veterans, that's literally threatening veterans. Okay? They didn't give a shit about a cop. Okay? They got killed, they got hurt very seriously. May not be able to ever work again because he was in an accident with it, and they have yet to send him any messages or let out, hey, how is the officer in contact with his family or anything. They do not give a fuck about us, people. That's just the plain thing. You've got to get past that. Trump's already proved that. He didn't care about 42 million starving and 16 million children starving, did he? Or 18 million children starving. He didn't give a shit. They still haven't got all their damn money. They're not going to have the best Thanksgiving this year. Okay? And we know, like I said, we know of 1 million people who have lost their jobs in October. It's projected with this AI coming on. They're going to bring it on. It's projected. And these are government statistics. 83 million jobs are going to be lost within the next 3 years. Yeah. Where are those jobs going to, where are these people going to be? We're going to literally create a third world country so that the rich can get richer. Okay? That's not me saying that, people. That's government officials that study this stuff. Thought I got the hiccups. And I do have a good view out my porch, one porch. You know, like I said, if I wish I was a little bit farther or out in the country, and I wouldn't have to worry about looking at houses at all. And don't get me wrong, I like most of my neighbors, except for a few, which they're MAGA people, and you can't talk to stupid people. You're just wasting your breath because they don't understand right or wrong anymore. They're right, they own the libs, and that's all there is to it. Until he loses his job, that's when it'll finally sink in. If it does. He's one of those ones I don't think it's ever going to sink in. But when was the last time Republicans did anything for you? Okay, remember, the tax cuts that they got you, them were all temporary. Last two tax cuts, this big bill, and the one before they got you when he was in again, those were all temporary, people. The one that got in this big beautiful, that goes away, but the rich people stayed permanent. Yours didn't. Okay? Yours didn't. So the less they pay, the more you pay. That's just a fact of life, or you do with less services. And most of America, right across the board right now, over 60% of America, I think it's more like 70%, I think. But the numbers are out there, and it's going to get higher. I want single-payer health care and Medicare for all. That's what they want. That's what they want. Medicare for all is single-payer. It should be. That's a national security. If we don't have healthy people, we can't have a healthy defense force. Okay? Because they're literally talking about bringing in private contractors to be the Army. What do you think that that Blackwater was? That's now changed its name to whatever it is. And that Pantheon, that other intelligence company. They're hiring out-of-country people from different countries to be the guards in these prisons. People. Because they don't have to pay them anything. They hold their damn visa over them. They can send them home or never send them home. Okay? Understand that? Jesus Christ, people, wake the fuck up. I got to get that anchored. I'm going to have Daniel anchor these two. At least tie it to them pole when he puts them poles in the ground. But yeah, it's not good. Let's just say that. It's not good. But I do have hope. It's just a matter of how much damage they're going to do. And we get rules in before, because they're literally trying to make laws to where the states cannot make any rules to control AI. You're at the mercy of what the fucking federal government tells you. Okay? And I have a shirt that says, I don't trust my government, just ask the Indians. Okay? I know that. I saw that. I grew up out there in that. I grew up with Mexicans, Indians, or should I say Native Americans, Indians, black people. I went to school there were more people of color than there were white people. Okay, and the ones that I went to school that were white, they were either poor white trash like me, or they were rich farmer kids. And those rich farmer kids were just pieces of crap. Kids, I'm sorry, most of them were. They thought they were better than all of us other kids. And the teacher showed it to them. I literally watched Native Americans get locked in closets because they kissed a white kid. Yeah. I saw that. People. That's why I can't watch that show every time in 1923 comes on, the spinoff from Yellowstone. When that comes on, when they abuse the Native Americans, I have flashbacks. I have terrible flashbacks from that, what I saw as a kid, what they did to Native Americans. See, I went to school with the kids that were Ira Hayes. Yeah, I went to school with his ancestors, his nieces and his nephews. I went to school with them. Okay? So I know what the truth is about Ira Hayes. Okay? I saw it on their faces. I know how they talked about it. You know what they say? A lot of times the history comes from the horse's mouth. Well, I'll trust them over any freaking government official report. Okay? I already know what they did to Native Americans. This is a fact, what I'm telling you. They may betray it in the annals as Native Americans broke treaties. No, Native Americans never broke one treaty with the government. Then when they did break the treaty, it's because they were provoked. Period. And the treaty had been, white people had went in, stole their land, killed them, killed all their livestock, all that kind of shit. I saw that. I mean, I didn't see that, but that's what's happened. That's what history. I read it. I know that. I know the stories. A lot of the stories they talked about and stuff. Family. I went out and stayed when this was in the 70s. Probably the late 60s. Probably 69, maybe 70. I went out and stayed with a friend out there on the reservation. Back then, he didn't have any windows in his house. He had a thatch roof, basically sticks for a roof. They had to go 5 miles to get water. They had a dirt floor. It was clean, just adobe brick. No windows, just plastic up. And that's where they lived. And they were happy. They did fine and stuff, but they could have had better. Okay? And then they have people, just like my son complained about Native Americans getting casinos. And my thing is, I'm all for it. Screw it. If they can get them, happy. The only thing I care about is they take care of the people. They don't take care of the people, then it ain't worth a shit. Take care of the people, I don't have a problem with them having a casino. Absolutely do not. Okay, but there is also, like I said, Trump will take their land. If we don't get him out, he will make proposals. He's already done it before. He lets it out, he whispers in a tweet, why don't we just take Native American land and use it and develop it? Build stuff on it. Well, he's already doing that to our dang national parks in Alaska. He's going to our most pristine places we have in this country. He's going to put oil wells on it. Okay? Just destroy it. People, you have to understand something. If you shit in your backyard enough and you don't have a proper sewage still, well, your backyard fills up full of shit and it's not healthy to live there. Okay, it's unhealthy for the neighbors. It's unhealthy for yourself. Well, people, that's what we're doing to the earth. Okay, and I'm a racer. Okay, I'm an old school racer. But I see what's coming. I really wish my kids could have what I had. They're not going to. They never did. Some of them did. The older ones did, had a little bit of it. My grandkids didn't have it. My great-grandkids won't have it, the life that I had. And it was a hard life, like I've told you before. It was a hard life. We weren't rich. We were poor. I mean, we wore hand-me-downs. I mean, we went around with, we got made fun of when we had holes in our pants. Today, they pay people to put holes in their pants. Pay me $25, I'll put holes in your pants. Not a problem. I'll put holes in your pants. But I got made fun of for wearing hand-me-downs and holes in my pants, and holes in my knees and my pants. Okay? The one thing that my mom made sure we had every year, and that was underwear and shoes. Everything else was hand-me-downs. So, like I said, I want that for my grandkids. When I served this country, I wanted to make it better for every kid. Not just my kids, every kid. Because I'm telling you what, I got this from my father. I can't stand to see a child be abused or go hungry. It just breaks my heart. Okay? But these Christian churches, again, we proved it with that study that the girl did. Only 6 churches out of the 49 even offered anything, and the most that offered it the quickest were the Buddhist and the Muslim churches. Before anyone else. Right off. Here, come get. How much you need? Okay? It's out there. Go look it up. Just look up the lady that calls the churches and see how they take care of her, feed her baby. Feed her starving infant. Okay, people. It's... I think it's deer season here. I don't know in Missouri. I can't remember, or if it's getting ready to start. I don't know. Waiting on packages and things to come in. I'm not a deer hunter. I'll shoot rabbits, and I hunt raccoon and stuff like that, and birds. But I don't do deer hunting. I like the deer. Don't get me wrong, but the deer just never excited me to go kill the deer. Not as much fun as I had shooting rabbits or birds and raccoons and with dogs. I really enjoyed coon hunting. But again, in every Republican state, Republican run, Missouri is a prime example. We were number 17 in the country in educated people. 17. We are at the bottom of the list now, people. We're at 49, 48, somewhere in there. Well, it's the bottom. You're fighting with Oklahoma and Mississippi. Okay? All Republican states. Okay? And what's going to come when they change this tax code here in Missouri, to where it goes with sales tax, you're going to be paying out the yin-yang while the rich people import their shit from other states and buy it wholesale and don't pay no fucking taxes. I've seen this before, people. I've seen this before. Okay? All it harms is the poor people. It just makes the poor people poor. And again, you can't blame people for not working hard. Most of the people who get food stamps and SNAP, again, work 2 jobs most of the time. Okay? And the others that try to work and raise their kids, they spend all their money on child care. Well, it's just better off for them to just stay at home, take care of their kids. Because they're still struggling, but at least they're 24/7 with their kids. I don't blame them. My mother was a stay-home mom. I mean, we didn't get welfare. We got commodities once in a while when we had 9 other children stay with us. Yeah, we got commodities then because my father couldn't afford to feed us all. But that's when we found out we were poor. We thought we were middle class. Come to find out we were just working poor. My father owned his own business and did, we thought, reasonably well. And they told my mom, and I remember because I was there with my mother, I got people on welfare make more money than you do. That's when we realized we were poor. Till that point, we didn't think we were poor. Didn't feel we were poor. Even after that, we didn't feel we were poor, but we knew it. But we didn't act like it. We went out and did what we were supposed to do as kids and worked. Because I worked since I was 7 years old, off and on since I was 7 years old. Almost all my family did that, except for my other sisters. The rest of us did. No, my little brother did. But me, my other 2 brothers, yeah, we worked since we were 7 years old. I put my first muffler on when I was 8 years old. Muffler was bigger than I was, on a 58 Chevrolet. Okay, with the X-frame. That's how I know. But the muffler was taller than I was. Weighed as much as I did. I had to use a floor jack. Took me all day to put the muffler on. Jacked up with jack stands on the side of a shop, and I put my muffler on. Welded it all up and everything. Acetylene weld. My dad come back around about 4 o'clock when I finally got the job done. He looked at it, critiqued me on one thing. I went and fixed the little hanger, and the car was done. So I do know how to work. It's got a diesel truck going. It's again, it amazes me how stupid Americans are. Why does 49% of the women in this country want to leave now? First of all, they have no bodily autonomy. These people want to turn it into Handmaid's Tale. These Christians do. Okay, the women have no autonomy. And you want to stay around these white supremacists, these incels, that think the only way that you're supposed to treat women is you're just supposed to talk down to them and abuse them? Talk to them like the President of the United States does? Calling them piggies? Fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. That doesn't make America great. Okay? If it wasn't for black people, Latinos, and women in this country, we wouldn't be where we're at today. The progress that we made. Well, we're falling back quick. I mean, he's already getting rid of the black people because he's using the shaving profile, and they know this. They're getting rid of the women, taking them out of their MOSs. Okay? Did to the nurses, they're no longer professionals. Why? They don't want to do that? Because they can't get loans to go to school, be a physician assistant. Every one of the programs they just declassified as not professional are mostly held by women. You can still be a chiropractor, but that's male dominated. Do you understand that? This is a patriarchal. It's not a matriarchal, it's a patriarchal with racism thrown in with it. Okay? They're literally trying to take jobs away from women. They don't want women going to school. God, people, when the fuck you people going to wake up? Get your damn head out of your ass and quit using it as a fucking butt plug. Jesus, I know you like licking your anus thinking that's fucking fun and it gives you a tickle, but you need to stop. Because your head up your ass ain't fucking helping you. God, it's just... trains going by. With that, 4 engines. And just about, I say about 500 feet down the road is a train tracks from my house. I've gotten used to it before. When I first moved here, I couldn't sleep when the train went by. Now it don't bother me. Train is just, it's a normal sound. It's a reassuring sound for me. When I hear a train, I know I'm home. Freight trains go by. I don't never see passenger trains. I've only seen one passenger train in all the years I've lived here. They don't go far this west usually, because Missouri has a piss poor train tracks and shit in this state. I want to ride a train so bad, go to St. Louis and Kansas City, and that's another thing. It's like, you can't do that. You got to go up to Jeff City to catch a fucking train to go to or go down to Joplin and catch a train down there so you can go to Kansas City. Well, fuck, if you're going to drive that far, you might as well drive to Kansas City. Same way, if I'm going to drive to Jeff City, fuck, I might as well drive to fucking St. Louis then. I told Congressman Talent that fucking 30 years ago, and the fuckers didn't listen. Dumb Republicans. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm just getting angry and just getting riled up and get pissed off. And y'all should get pissed off. I'm serious. Get fucking pissed off.